part of the problem is that we have this sort of idea that it's either greed or you renounce everything and become a friggin' monk.
But neither side said that.
Right.
The Western side didn't say that, and the Buddhist side didn't say that.
Right.
Phil Phails at philosophy.
I mean, the Buddhist side kind of says, yeah, you should probably be a monk.
So not for householders.
Right, but there's a level at which, like, yeah, but you should be a monk, right? You should be a monk because you got to be a monk to get enlightened. I mean, during the Mahayana reformations, there's a level at which, like, householders can get enlightened.
Yeah, he talks about, and the Buddhist side, they talk about householders.
Right, and I think, so there's a place for that, at least, right? But, I mean, yeah, I think at the end of the day, right, it's not about necessarily renouncing the world, whether that's Buddhist or not, right?
Yeah.
It's about caring for the world, right? And I think, yeah, that's the other thing I think
Talks about that a little bit. It did, well, a lot. Let's see. Talked about happiness and what happiness meant. Well, the Buddhists talked about greed and what greed, how they defined it. And it seemed like I saw 3 definitions of greed, which was self-centered longing or desire,
right,
which fits into like grasping, attachment, like some kind of insatiable thing. And then lust or passion. It talked about lust or passion, or just craving,
just that kind of raw human greed or sort of biological drive to acquire that is there from being an organism that comes out of a background of scarcity, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think about my grandparents and how they would like stockpile stuff.
Right.
They would stockpile cans of soup and different stuff like that. They would have like, and they'd be old, dusty in this like one pantry. And my mom still had that. That's how I believe in intergenerational kind of like trauma. Because my mom still had this scarcity mindset, and I, to some extent, still have that scarcity mindset around money and saving stuff.
No, absolutely. It's funny. As I was sort of processing the election, the first thing I thought was, I got to build out my pantry.
You got to build out your pantry?
I got to build out my pantry. I got to build out the things that allow us to survive and take care of each other if shit falls
in
apart.
hard times.
Yeah. So it's the same thing.
You know what I thought?
What?
I should probably invest in the stock market.
I mean, it's a similar thing. It's just that
you're focused to go up.
You're focused on capital, and I'm focused on the actual things we eat. But
yeah, that stock market's going up, y'all. Oh my god. And
not.
Oh no, I think it already did.
I mean, it will for a while, and then we'll see what it does.
Well, that's what you need. That's when you do short term.
I know.
I didn't do it. I'm not going to do it just because.
It's just
I thought
hassle.
I should. Yeah, I don't know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah, I haven't started building my pantry out.
Move things around. What are you going to start building a root cellar over there?
Yeah.